The following podcast is rated F for father appropriate.
And if you think that's sexist, you can kiss the whitest part of our asses.
There are whiter parts of your ass?
I mean, if you bleach.
Live from an undisclosed location in Wisconsin, this is the Friday Night Party Redux Edition with your hosts,
umce.
Hi.
And the independent Pokemon champion, Bobo.
Wait a second. Perth, where the fuck did you go?
Oh my god, she was just here a second ago!
Oh my god. Alright.
I swear to god, she's so small she must have just crawled through an air duct and left.
What the fuck, Perth?
God damn it.
Alright, well, welcome to the Friday Night Party Redux Edition. I am Bobo. I'm a lifetime nerd. I've been playing video games since I was basically 5 years old. I started out with Mario like everyone else, and it just progressed.
Mario's nothing, Bob. You gotta play that one tank game that literally no one knows about.
Well,
I think it was just called Tank, actually.
well, okay, but I started out with a Super Nintendo.
You're so cool.
I know, right?
Have my babies.
Alright, so anyway, like I was saying, I was a part of another podcast. Hopefully I get some of those old listeners. It was a Slack Off the Show. Absolutely fantastic podcast I did with a close friend. Two close friends, Charisma and Frost. And that kind of fell apart after a while and due to some problems, but we won't go into that because this is a new day. And your turn.
Oh, yeah, I'm umce and I exist.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I mean, to be fair, it's not wrong.
Well, I exist too, but again...
I mean, I've been playing video games since I was more or less a sperm, or like a twinkle in my father's eye. I vividly remember playing, I think it was Super Mario Bros. 3 on my babysitter's daughter's NES.
Oh my god.
And that started the obsession.
Yeah.
And then I grew up to be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, I kind of want to actually... The first system I owned was a Super Nintendo, but technically, the first game I ever played was Duck Hunt. And, I mean, anyone who's played Duck Hunt knows the frustration of that stupid pain in the neck dog.
Oh, the dog that became a character in Smash recently? That dog?
Yeah, that dog.
Yeah, that dog.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's coming back.
Oh, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's not talk about that.
Why not?
Because he's not a good character.
I mean, neither is like... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I think that probably is the worst. So, why don't we jump into the second system I ever owned right off the bat, which was a Game Boy Color. And the first game I ever owned was a Pokemon game.
Was it red?
No.
Oh.
It was yellow.
That's the best one.
I mean, obviously. So, the biggest thing about Pokemon Yellow, in my opinion, is for starting out, you are boned with that first gym. Am I right?
You're not wrong.
Well, I very rarely am, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, so says your ego.
I mean, I am the independent Pokemon champion.
You're also an independent pussy.
I'm gonna kick you and you're independent pussy.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I know, right? Anyway, basically, one of the first things we want to discuss is the lowering of difficulty in modern Pokemon games. And before Perth disappeared, she brought up that it could be us getting older. But I went back and I played Red recently. And I'm sitting there playing Red, and I'm like, this is just as hard as it was when I played the first time. And I'm like, okay, it's not about me getting older because playing from, which of course I always choose Charmander.
Of course.
And, I mean, because come on, Charizard.
Everyone knows Bulbasaur is the worst anyway.
Well, Bulbasaur's easy mode.
Exactly.
And that's something that in the very first podcast I did, that was something we discussed. Bulbasaur was easy mode. Squirtle was medium. And Charmander was hard mode because you're weak to the first 2 gyms.
See, I always chose Charmander too, but I wasn't a person that followed types, I guess, when I was like 5, so...
I mean, at 5, who does?
Exactly.
Me, I was 10 or 11 when I got my first Pokemon game. And it was, it was wonderful. I mean, again, my first was yellow. And I went through, my Pikachu was like level 90 when we went into the Elite Four. And I just spanked everybody in the Elite Four. But anyway, I'm playing X now. And Sun and Moon. Well, Ultra Moon. And it's like, okay, X, why is everything so easy?
Yeah, you kind of get handed pretty much everything, more or less, right off the bat. Especially, wasn't the Gen 1 starters given to you, like, right after the first gym? Or something like that? Yeah, so...
Yes.
Going throughout the game with, like, a Charmander with Mega Charizard felt way too easy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, by... I think it was the 3rd or 4th gym, my Charmander was a Charizard.
Exactly.
Or my Squirtle, because the second time I went through, I chose Squirtle. But now, like my current run through, I have Froakie. So, of course, I'm picking Charmander.
Exactly, you kind of gotta.
And, I mean, because Mega Venusaur is... and, I mean, feel free to argue with me. We have comments. We have a Facebook page. The P3 Network has a Facebook page. And as soon as I figure out how to unsubscribe my personal Facebook from Spreaker, I'm going to put the podcast network to my personal Facebook as well. And I'm going to have Charisma, as soon as I can get a hold of her, connect the podcast network to her Facebook. Otherwise, that's the other choice. So one of those two things is going to happen here in the near future. Now, again, and then I started playing regular Sun, not Ultra Sun, regular Sun. And I'm sitting there and I'm just going la-da-da. Oh, hey, I got a Gunbeak. Which, that was a shout out to Team 4-Star. Team 4-Star, we love you.
Episode 60 was fantastic, by the way.
Part 1.
Well, it's going to be fantastic regardless, to be fair.
Part 2 airs tonight.
Excuse the hell out of me!
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
I know.
I love Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Been watching that shit since 2008.
Excuse me.
I was in 8th grade and I got like 5 of my friends into that because God knows 8th grade me didn't have friends and I still don't.
Hey, you have me.
Hellsing Abridged was... Well, that was edgy as shit when I was a kid, but it's still great now. Regardless, though, I love the Pokemon games, and I'm kind of curious to know where you go with it, Bobo.
So, Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, well, Ultra Moon, which is what I'm playing, they kind of balanced it out finally. So I'm going through my buddy, I'm going to call him Rocks for this because I don't have permission to actually use his name. My buddy Rocks, he asked me to play through his Ultra Moon and get to the Fire Trial. And I said, absolutely, I'll do that for you, no problem. Well, I'm playing through, and I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I started out with Rowlet, and Rowlet is pretty strong. I like Decidueye when you get down to it. And, I'm going through and I'm like, actually, this is actually a little bit challenging. It's not overly challenging like Red was. Like Red could be.
So there's an actual difficulty curve rather than difficulty line.
Yeah, a little bit. Like Sun, I blew through that game in I think 12 hours.
Huh.
I mean, it was okay. But then Ultra Moon, I've been playing his for. Excuse me, I'm making a lot of noise. Ow.
Don't kill yourself over there.
Well, little lineage stuff on my foot. Let's see. Here, Pokemon. Aha. Alright, so I am at... Oh, I know there's a way to figure this out. Oh, that was loud. Trainer Passport. I have been playing for 5 hours and 58 minutes. So not a lot. But decent. Yeah. I'm not past the first trial yet.
Wow.
I was halfway through the first trial. Like halfway through the second trial at 6 hours when I played last time.
But it's still kicking your ass through your teeth.
No, and it's not kicking my ass through my teeth. I'm actually really taking my time and getting everything.
Oh, that makes sense.
And, I'm not rushing myself. I'm not charging into the first trial with, deciduized guns blazing, if that is... Ow. So, okay. Very quick. Umce was just playing Doom.
2016. The new one.
And he just got killed, and it was hilarious. And now he's switching to Just Cause 3 for some reason. Pansy. Yes, I am, and I'm very proud of it, and you will learn this very quickly. All right. So anyway, it's like they kind of evened it out in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not pushing myself. But I'm not, even if I was pushing myself, I feel like I wouldn't be further than maybe getting through the probably second, probably just finishing the first island.
Makes sense.
So, what's your? You've played X. What's your take on that?
X was the first one where I actually beat the Elite Four in one try.
Wow. Okay.
Because I got that, what was it, a lucky egg or something?
Yeah.
One of my Pokemon, which I think was actually my Charmander, had the Pokerus virus. And I also had the thing that spread XP to my other...
Oh, the XP share, yeah.
Yeah, and I got all my Pokemon to about, max level, obviously, during the Elite Four battle. And then I told my friend, hey, so I have Black too. I could trade this to you, and you could trade it to me. This, quote-unquote, was an Arceus?
Okay.
And literally, I was like, alright, I have all the plates for all the Elite Four types. I'll just swap. And I beat all of them within maybe 2 minutes.
Oh.
Maybe even less. Just because you're using the literal god of Pokemon. It's kind of unfair.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, on, for example, Ruby and Sapphire, when I had those at roughly 12, 13 when they came out.
Yeah.
Those games kicked my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Wow. I want Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire again.
Yeah,
I love those games.
I haven't played them, but I've heard they're very good.
Oh, you get Mega Blaziken, come on.
We also get, Primordial Groudon or something like that?
Yeah, Primordial. Yeah, the Primals are okay, but Mega Blaziken is the shit.
But Mega Rayquaza, though.
Well, yeah, Mega Rayquaza, but that's... you're talking legendaries where I'm talking a starter.
Yeah, but I like my legendaries.
So do I.
My whole team was just uber legendaries because I was an asshole.
I'm the one who's talking about just getting a Mewtwo just to... Wow, nice job. He's playing Just Cause 3, and he just crashed into something. Anyway, now I just lost my train of thought. You just completely derailed my train of thought.
You act as if that's a hard thing to do.
It's not.
Exactly.
That's besides the point. So, one of the things that I find awesome about the newer Pokemon games is you can pet your Pokemon finally.
Oh yeah, that was actually really fun getting a Sylveon.
I mean, yeah.
I personally love Eevee, which is why I'm excited for that new Pokemon game. What's it like? Let's Go Eevee or something like that? Yeah. So if I ever get a Switch, I'm getting Breath of the Wild and Let's Go Eevee because best games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get Ethan, my son, and I, we are saving up to get a Switch.
Nice.
Yep. He's gonna save all of his birthday money, all of his Christmas anything he gets. He's gonna save all of his money, and we are gonna work towards getting a Switch.
Cool, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I will really chip in towards that if I can play it.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. Of course you can play it.
Awesome.
I mean, when he's not around, obviously.
Clearly.
But we'll play stuff together. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, now, yeah, we gotta keep moving on because we do have 28 minutes left. Now, let's jump right into what's actually the most important thing on this list that you skipped.
We totally know where Perth is, by the way.
We do.
She's with her boyfriend, and it is her birthday today.
Yes.
So I don't know if she's watching this, but happy birthday, Perth.
She's not. Happy birthday, Perth. We love you. You are awesome. You gave us a metric butt ton of ideas for this.
Which was great.
Yes, absolutely. So now, yeah, I didn't even see that. I didn't see that on the list. So we just totally almost skipped over the most important thing. So I'm going to check that off. I'm going to check off that. Whoops. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to give you control over the next one. What do you think?
I think it's easy which one I'm going for. So Spider-Man released on PS4 recently. Now I have a PS4, but I haven't picked it up. But I can say this: the reviews giving it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh wow!
I've heard the story is fucking phenomenal, which is strange for a Spider-Man game for one thing. But it's not tied to a movie. Thank God.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And all I've been hearing is that it is an amazing game, and I'm very, very proud of the producers of that game. And I kind of wish I was on Xbox One because I don't usually play on my PS4 that much. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. I'm
kind of glad that video games are actually going for story-related stuff instead of fucking let's get multiplayer and insert 50,000 DLCs and microtransactions. God of War is a perfect example of that. Mm-hmm. You can't get... What people want is a good story.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't want, hey, get powered up if you buy this microtransaction that you got to buy with real money. Yeah. Because that's total bullshit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So congratulations to the devs for making apparently a phenomenal game. Like I said, I myself haven't played it. I'm sure Bob O hasn't.
No, I have an Xbox 360, a Nintendo 2DS, and a Nintendo 3DS with a broken screen, and Nintendo 64 for Pokemon Stadium, and WrestleMania 2000, because WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, that's what I have right now.
Yeah, so...
Oh, and a DSi.
That's also on a list of game systems.
Yeah. Well, it's the one with the last one with the Game Boy Advanced.
Yeah.
Possibility.
I got you. Don't worry.
Yep. But yeah, no. I mean, that was
a surprising release for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So then, okay. So Spider-Man PS4 release. Boop. Done.
We did have one very interesting topic to talk about.
Well,
Maybe controversial, but it's still hilarious.
Well, we can. You know what? I have a new. You know what? Thank you, by the way, for your loud and boisterous thing into the microphone. Because a little bit of a surprise for you. That is the title of our new segment.
What?
The reversed version, anyway.
Oh.
Huh? So, our first actual segment. I played the sound clip, by the way.
Good.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
I'm sure you are. So, that is now anybody who knew the old podcast knew we had a segment called What a Dick. Well, we can't call it What a Dick because every other version of this podcast is going to be non-explicit. And by non-explicit, I mean we're going to be following the FCC broadcasting rules.
Just those 3 letters alone trigger me. I hate those people right now.
Yep, FCC broadcast rules. And every other podcast. So every other Friday, your kids will be able to listen to the Friday Night Party Redux.
It's going to make it super awkward.
I know, right? And here's the part that, I think they know about it, but I don't think they realize how serious I am. Anyone who breaks a rule of the FCC will have to go through a challenge. And that challenge will be determined the week before. So I'm going to tell you right now, and Perth, when you listen to this is going to be the challenge for if you break FCC rules next week. If you break FCC rules next week, you will have to eat, or in this case drink, what's known as a blended meal. Now, this meal is going to be a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Thrown in a blender, and you will have to eat that, drink that.
Does that also involve like a random, for example, slushy/soda?
No.
Okay.
No, the soda will be to wash it down.
Okay.
You'll be able to wash it down with the soda. I'm not going to be that mean. I mean, I will warn you, as this goes on, they'll become a little bit more serious. A little bit more. Like you might be drinking in, say a couple of months. If people continue breaking rules, it'll be, you have to take a drink of this Tabasco sauce.
Is that a challenge?
Well, I'm not talking normal Tabasco sauce. I'm talking something like Da Bomb or something actually that's hot, not just Tabasco sauce. Drink 12 packets of Diablo sauce.
Cool.
Or, 30.
Cool.
Okay. Well, you say cool. And I'm not going to let, if you cry about it, not my problem. Okay. You also had something you wanted to read. Don't forget about that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot
do you want to do that right away?
Well.
Or do you want to go into...
Let's do... I figured my little thing would also be,
Well, I suppose it would be. So we have our very first public service announcement from umce.
Well, let me just see if I can pull up my script that I totally wrote by myself here.
Liar.
Well, you're not wrong.
I know.
Let's see. Well, on our next Total Eclipse, I have some tips for any viewer, be it old, young, anywhere in between, man, woman, other sort of being. For example, if you're a Pluto kin, welcome. I'm glad to know you still exist in our solar system.
Yay!
Anyway, the people of Tennessee may have the best view, but you will also be the first to be sacrificed. I'm sorry. Animals may behave strangely, and if your dog speaks like a man, heed its dire warnings. That's very important. Let me see here. Do not trust the squirrel with a child's face. It speaks only lies. Don't ask what that means, Bobo. I can't tell you.
Okay.
It's
okay.
I know. When your double arrives, resist the inclination to fight it.
Okay.
It may be stronger than you. Chances are it'll disappear after the eclipse. Be careful it doesn't switch places, though. It'll be a few decades before you get to come back.
Ooh, yeah, that wouldn't be good.
If you stare into the void and it blinks first, you win. But the prize is insanity.
Oh, cool.
Exactly. Okay. Werewolves, however, are not only impossible to kill during an eclipse, but they become super werewolves.
Really?
Super werewolves.
Holy crap.
I know.
That's terrifying.
They grow like an extra arm, just one extra arm.
Just one?
Yeah, but it's a big arm.
Like, is it like, like I'm ripped beyond belief?
No, it's just like one of their arms, but like stretched in Photoshop. It's really weird looking, honestly.
Oh.
But anyway, whatever you do, don't buy any weird plants. We don't want to repeat of last time. Apophis, the moon serpent, may try to eat you. Let him.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Well, I suppose fighting a moon serpent would be.
Yeah, we don't talk about what happened to Steve.
Yeah, I remember Steve.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't?
All I know is that he lost his kidneys.
Oh.
It was really weird.
Wow.
And also, no matter how salty your girlfriend or boyfriend is, I don't know which way you swing, the moon still throws the best. And if once upon a time you were falling in love, but now you're only falling apart, there's nothing you can do. That's a different kind of eclipse.
I love it.
And that was my public service announcement. I hope you all heed my warnings.
Yeah.
During the total eclipse. I don't know when it'll be next. Probably in the next 10, 20 years.
I think it's like 2050.
Cool. So I'll be old. Yeah.
Me too.
You'll probably be dead.
Yeah, well, probably. I mean, I am older than you and, much taller.
This coming from the man that looks like that one fucking dude from the Goonies.
You know what? Stop
wrong?
talking about yourself like that. It's really not nice.
You know what else isn't nice? The fact that your fingers look like a bunch of giant dicks.
Just get on
to the next segment, damn it. I'm crying over here, man.
You're not wrong. I've had multiple people point that out to me. And thank you for making me think of them. Anyway.
You're welcome.
I have actually a little bit of a public service announcement as well.
I bet it's going to be great.
It will be, but you know what? It's going to be after these messages from me. Nate the Effin' No Show. Hello, my friend and adversary. Yes, I'm taking time from my brand new podcast to address you about the Independent Pokemon Championship. I have decided to give you another shot to actually show up this time. You find a day that works for you. We can keep the same rules that you requested before your no-show. I look forward to your response. And we are back live on Spreaker.com with the Friday Night Party Redux Edition. I am Bob O, joined here as now always apparently umce.
I guess.
I suppose. We're still, Perth is still gone.
I miss her already. I know.
She's only been gone since last night.
I know.
We have 15 minutes.
So, Infinity War.
Yeah, we're going to go straight to that. We're going to actually skip. Because I think we can spend 15 minutes talking about Infinity War, don't you? Easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Best Marvel movie ever? Well,
for now.
For now, yeah, until part 2.
Yeah, I mean, so, all right. Infinity War opens
with literally every Asgard, well, half of all of Asgard wiped out completely by Thanos and
dead.
his children.
Deader than dead.
Deader than a doornail.
Dead.
But,
I mean, literally, I think the only one who survives is Thor.
He's the only Asgardian.
Yeah.
Other than that, within the first 5 minutes, I think Loki dies.
Yeah.
Hulk gets his ass handed to him by Thanos without using the Power Stone.
Yeah.
And we watch Heimdall die. Thor almost.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to spoil the shit out of this movie.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it shouldn't matter at this point since it's been so many months, but
Yeah, but I mean, it's still...
If you haven't seen it by this point, though...
It's a respect thing, though. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Spoilers. Okay.
Anyway. I've never sympathized with a villain before, which was very weird.
Loki?
No, Thanos.
Oh.
Because...
I mean,
his plan is flawed as hell.
Yeah.
But it's still...
it's
still good, though.
Man tries to...
Single father tries to end world hunger with his rock collection.
Yep, thank you. Yep, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. Thank you.
Otherwise, it's like... I don't know. It's just the guy was like... His plan to wipe out half the universe to save resources makes no sense because civilizations will always advance no matter what. And
Absolutely.
there will always be finite resources.
Yep.
But still, the way he's written, it's like, how do I hate this guy?
Yeah.
And then he kills Gamora.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think that was the hardest part of the movie, except for the end, but we'll get to the end.
I wasn't feeling so good at the end.
Well, nobody was. I hate you. Oh my god, I hate you. Okay. If I start crying, you guys will understand when we talk about it. I hate you so much right now.
Join the club. I hate myself too.
All right. So then, of course, we get the next thing we get was
I think it kicked off with
Doctor Strange and
Bruce Banner fell into the whatever it's called.
Yeah, where Doctor Strange is.
Yeah, and that's the introduction to where the two smarmiest characters, Tony Stark and Doctor Strange, meet.
Yes.
And
hey, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
The best quote.
Yes.
Other than calling what's his dick Squidward. that was great.
But true. So we get Tony Stark and Doctor Strange facing off against Thanos' goons.
The children of Thanos. That's what they're called.
Thanos' goons.
And you got generic Hulk #1.
Yep.
God, I always forget his name. Well, I'll just call him Squidward for the sake of calling him Squidward because that's a great name. But Tony's suit in that fight scene.
Oh.
It's legitimately my favorite suit I think he has so far.
Yeah. Me too, actually.
But if we go into the comics, he's going to get some crazy shit.
Yes.
And I don't know, I'm looking forward to where this movie goes.
Yeah,
because after killing off half of the cast, okay, let's see where you can go after this, guys. Good luck.
I mean, so the next thing that happens, we have Hulk refusing to come out.
Which I've been going with the theory that he's humiliated because he got annihilated by Thanos.
Without a stone.
Exactly. Well, he had the Power Stone. He just wasn't using it.
Right, I'm saying, but without using it.
Oh, yeah, that's what you meant. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that was the moment where I'm like, oh, so this guy is that strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would literally have taken all of the Avengers fighting together. And I mean, right on top of him. In that moment.
Exactly.
And it's obvious. I mean, it's obvious that he is that powerful. So, I mean, we have Hulk refusing to come out, which is absolutely insane.
He's refusing. He's humiliating Tony in front of the Wizards.
Yeah.
Dick move, Hulk.
Dick move.
You owe me a soda, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually do, but I think I'm still ahead.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
But let's see. Since we only have like very little time left, I'm just gonna skip to my favorite scene in the movie.
Okay.
Which was honestly the moment Thanos comes to Earth and the music.
Yes.
Like all you hear is birds chirping, the breeze going through the trees. Like, oh shit, this guy is gonna fucking... And he just destroys each and every one of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Using the gauntlet flawlessly as he's walking.
Yeah. Just boom, boom,
and
boom, boom.
There's something about watching Thanos beat the hell out of two super soldiers, a hyper-trained assassin, and Bruce Banner in the Hulk Buster suit.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit. And then... there's been theories about what happened to Vision.
Okay.
When what was it, this... I don't remember what the stone it was, because I'm too fucking tired. Maybe? Either way. When he rips out that stone, it's like... That's when you know, like, shit...
is about to go down.
Yeah. And that's when Thor, honest to God, has the greatest scene in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It was satisfying. It was badass because, I mean, coming off of Thor Ragnarok, where Thor's like, oh, I'm a goofy guy, to getting revenge on the man that killed all of his people and his brother.
Yeah.
Like, that was satisfying.
Oh, it was amazing. And, like, I don't think people understand how awesome that scene was.
Because the Stormbreaker was able to get through a fully powered Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which is the most powerful weapon in all of existence at the moment that we know of.
Yeah.
And how do you top that? Like, even Tony in the scene prior, which I'm going to be honest with you here, had the worst CGI when it zoomed down on his face.
I didn't like that at all.
It was bad. But Tony got his ass beat in the scene prior and almost got killed.
Yeah.
And that whole movie was just like, near the beginning it's like, haha, jokes, and then it reaches like dire situation.
Yep.
Where Thanos is like kicking everybody's ass, knocking everybody out with like his pinky finger.
Yeah.
Like he could have turned around and knocked out Peter Quill with his dick.
Yeah.
He was going so ham.
Yeah.
And what we get, the end result, is the snap that was foreshadowed in like the first, 20 minutes?
Yep.
And the scene after that, when he's in the river with the altar, what did it cost? Everything?
Yeah.
Like that made me go, oh shit, he might actually regret what he did.
He might. I don't think he will.
Yeah, because we'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, we can get into that next time. We have 5 minutes. So
the scene after, where there's no music, everything's quiet, and then everyone starts just turning into dust.
Yeah.
You see Drax turn to his best friend, Peter Quill, and just say Quill before vanishing.
Okay.
Apparently Groot says Dad.
Yep.
And then Peter, he didn't feel so good.
Oh, he didn't want to go.
He was sorry, Mr. Stark.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stark. I don't want to go. And they did that as homage to the 10th Doctor. Well, he did.
Yeah, I was going to say he did, because that entire part was ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tom Holland, you're probably never going to see this. You are the best Spider-Man.
Yes, you are.
I mean, the memes will say Tobey Maguire was the best, but you are the best.
No, Holland. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, you are the best. I am going to tag you. I am. I love you, man. I'm tagging you on Twitter. I freaking love you. All right. Time's running out. We have 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
In 45 minutes, eh?
45.
Aye.
All right. So I want to close with talking about what we're going to be doing with this show. Yeah, that was awesome, by the way. What we're going to be doing with this show. I already said about the whole, every other week's going to be clean.
Yep.
I'll believe it when I see it. All right. But we're going to be talking about a lot of things. And one of the biggest things I want to point out, we can't talk about stuff without our viewers. We want to know what you guys want to hear. And this is incredibly important. If there's something you want to hear specifically, please go to the P3 Network Facebook page. Go to, picking up. Comment on the video. Download the video, please. Or not video. Podcast. Good Lord. Okay. Download it. Talk to us. Please. We need to know what you want to hear, or we can't make this podcast what you want. We are at the mercy of our listeners. That was a house.
That was, in fact, a house.
He crashed into a house. We're nothing without our listeners. We're two idiots talking without our listeners. 3 when Perth joins us.
Yeah.
Without our listeners, we're nothing. Please comment, like, share. Sharing is caring, folks.
Don't forget, if you also want us to go any longer, let us know. Because we feel like, I personally feel 45 minutes, not enough time to talk about a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, but it's also more expensive to go longer. That being said, of course, we're not asking for money. It's just more expensive. But we love our listeners, and we are going to do everything we can to keep our listeners. So if the time comes where we need to get longer to keep our listeners, we're going to do it. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the first podcast of the P3 Network officially. Umce, welcome to the network.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Perth, if you ever actually join us, welcome to the network. Happy birthday, Perth. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Friday Night Party Redux Edition. Thank you for joining us. It's ending really abruptly. I don't have closeout music because I wasn't thinking. Okay. Guys, we'll see you next Friday.
Love you.
Woo! Yes, I really want to stop. I love this how they ask us if we really want to stop broadcasting.
Yes.
Okay.
God.
We gotta. Okay.